There's an old English saying that goes, there are only 3 things in life that are certain: death, taxes, and that Crawley Town and Cambridge will be lucky to stay up. Maybe I've embellished that last bit, but these 2 sides make up just 2 of the top 3 of the bookies' favourites to be relegated this season. So I thought I'd follow my local side to Cambridge and see if I can get an early insight into how the bottom half of this table is going to shape up. If you want to see where I predicted both these teams to finish and my full League One predictions in all of their glory, click up here, there'll be a link to that, and well, let me know if you agree or disagree, as many other people have. But for now, let's head towards the stadium. And speaking of which, we've got our first glimpse of Abbey Stadium. I actually came to Cambridge for the first and only time thus far in December 2021, so almost 3 years ago now, and it's safe to say we didn't have the best experience of driving. What's driving like in Cambridge?
Not impressive. Cambridge, you need to sort your charging points out. You have no charging points, and the few charging points you do have are not working.
But thankfully, it's been a lot better so far. I came off, I don't know if it was a motorway or an A road, I can't remember off the top of my head, in Taversham? Is that what it's called? Something like that, nice area anyway. And just managed to find some road parking very easily, so that was nice. Let's talk about the 2 teams today. I am not in the away end today, unfortunately. I am from Crawley, for those of you that don't know. If you have checked out any of my Crawley videos before, apologies, this was a very last minute decision. I would have loved to be in the away end, but by the time I looked, they weren't on sale anymore, which sucks. Another thing that sucks is I'm not going to be able to go to the Brighton game either, because I'm actually in Cornwall, which is good but also annoying because that would have been a great game to go to. But I will be linking up with you guys soon. A great start for Crawley to this season already. Only 2 games played, including the EFL Cup, and they've won both of them. That win against Blackpool as well was very unprecedented, with Blackpool being one of many people's favourites to be sort of competing higher up the table. So brilliant start, long may it last. Be interesting to see how they sort of match up today against Cambridge, who, as we've said already, aren't really a lot of people's favourites to even stay up, let alone have a competitive season. The last time I came here, we had more trouble than just driving around and parking and charging points and all of that jazz. There was no beer. Luckily though, it's lovely legend on screen now let us know where we needed to go, so hopefully we'll be able to locate that a bit better than last time. There was probably just a bit poor navigation on our side. But what I'm also looking forward to seeing is, when we came here last time, the south stand, which is where I'm going to be sat today, was about 1.5 meters away from the pitch. And apparently, again, according to this guy on screen now, the pitch or the ground, I'm not entirely sure, but one of the two, either the stand or the actual rest of the ground, was going to be moving up to line up with that stand. So be interested to see if that's happened yet. Let's get in. Mission accomplished on the pints front, so that's always very good. And had a nice chat with the lady who served me as well, so that was all good. It's really nice. This is one of the things that I like about Cambridge, right, is that it's a very nice family club. And I mean, the stadium itself is really nice. It's very old fashioned, but it's always a good feel whenever you come to Cambridge. It's not a big massive bowl like you see with some of the big elite teams in England, and that is where a club like Cambridge actually, in my opinion, are better than some of these bigger clubs, because it's just a nice family feel. People come here with their kids and it's great. But obviously today we have got Crawley versus Cambridge. We've already had the Crawley fans making some decent noise from inside their away section, which I'm not too far away from, but now seems like a good time to give you my score prediction. And Crawley, I went into this season quite pessimistic. I have hope that they'll stay up, but even more so now after their first couple of games. Really good results, so I am actually going to go for a Crawley win. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win as well. Players are coming out, so let's get our backsides in there. I've got to see this off pretty quickly, so that's not going to be fun. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Teams are both out just in time. We're underway, ladies and gentlemen.
As we can see, the gap hasn't been filled yet, and there is still that odd gap behind the goal.
Look, it doesn't get closer than that. That was inches away from being 1-0. We're only 8 minutes in. Great chance for Cambridge. First real chance of the game. Had to be a goal. Had to be a goal. coming. Crawley get away with it. This game, they've been crying out for one of those for both teams, but Crawley especially. Fortunately for them, they are the team that get away with it, and let that be a lesson. It's interesting actually, because from watching the game, Crawley have controlled the game better than Cambridge, but Cambridge have by a country mile had the better chances. Be that down to Crawley mistakes or gaps in the defence. It's been very interesting to watch so far. It's definitely entertaining stuff. Straight at the keeper. No one on the end of it, easy pickings for the keeper. That is going to be half-time, ladies and gentlemen. Crawley hang on, and the scores are 0-0. Right, I'm going to have to keep this half-time chat short and sweet because I left my portable charger in the car and we're cutting it a little bit fine for the second half. Should be all good. But Crawley Town were not bad when they had possession of the ball. They're just a little bit shaky. It's similar to last season. It's the first time that I've seen them since the playoff final. And even back last season, they were quite shaky when they had the ball, especially at the back when Ade Adeyemo, obviously when he was in goal, had the ball at his feet. There were times where he looked like it could go either to a Crawley player or he'd end up losing it. And that's exactly what we saw today. Very nearly resulted in a goal. But Cambridge, on the other hand, I mean, you backed them to the hills to take the 3 points today. But at the same time, it's 0-0. So anything can happen. Cambridge have played fantastically. They've taken their chances. Long ball over the top has seemed to work for them for the majority of this game and caused Crawley's defence a lot of anxiety and a lot of trouble, really. They haven't looked comfortable in that third of the pitch. And as I say, I think it is Cambridge's to lose. But as we saw with Chesterfield versus Swindon on the opening game of the season, it could be a completely different second half. So we've still got time to go. I've made my score prediction. I've made that bed, so I'm going to lie in it. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Cambridge win. Crawley need to come out and do better, but what I will say is their fans are fantastic. They've been really loud, really, really good, and it's a shame that I can be in with them today. However, Cambridge lot, great. Let's get into the second half. Teams are back out and on the way, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big second half for both sides. Anyone's for the taking. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant from the keeper. Threw himself in front of that. He's got hurt in the process. That was absolutely wonderful goalkeeping from Crawley Town. Great ball. Oh, Cambridge again, it is way too easy for them to carve open this Crawley Town side. It's really poor defending from the Red Devils. It's going to be a Crawley corner. Good chance for Crawley. Best chance of the half so far. Great feed. Oh, brilliant chance for Crawley. Great save from the keeper. Absolutely wonderful. Golden opportunity. It was a hard one to take. They've blazed over and wide. And Crawley Town have definitely come out with a lot more attacking threat this second half, but neither side thus far, with about 13 minutes to go, neither side can find the net. And hopefully it's not going to go down as 0-0, but whoever loses it, if we do find a goal, it's going to feel so hard done by. It's really been a game of two halves. It's a great ball. Has got it. Crawley fans want a penalty, but it's never going to come. Great touch. And Crawley Town, at the very death, may just have stolen it. And look at the scenes that way, and that's so class to see. But Crawley Town, ladies and gentlemen, with 5 minutes to go, have just about nicked it. It's poor from the goalkeeper. There was a chance earlier where he came out late. He's done the exact same thing again and he's been caught out for it. Purely based on the second half alone, that goal had been coming. I mean, Crawley Town have created the better chances. Cambridge have had the odd chance on the break here and there. And whilst Crawley have still been very leaky at the back, Cambridge haven't been anywhere near as threatening as they were in the first half. So I think it's deserved. The second half, Crawley, especially in the last 10, 15, 20 minutes or so, they've been really good, finding these pockets of space, just being thwarted at that final shot, managed to get one away, round the goalkeeper. Great finish as well, by the way. It's 1-0. We've got not long left for Cambridge to find an equaliser. With the pyro cleared off the pitch, it's time for these two teams to kick off once again. Held on to by Wallacott. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Cambridge 0, Crawley Town 1. Look how buzzing our away end is. They've been fantastic all day. Their team not quite at it in the first half, but in the second half they were absolutely fantastic. By far the better side, created the better chances. And after taking 6 points from their first 2 games, Scott Lindsay will be a very, very happy manager at the end of this game. It was a fantastic display from Crawley, especially in that second half. They managed to hang on thanks to a goalkeeping performance from Joe Wallacott absolutely brilliantly. In the second half, they really turned on the style and they were fantastic. And in my opinion, if you had to edge it, they'd be the team that I think deserved it a little bit more. And as Cambridge go and scour away down that tunnel, there's a lot of work that needs to be done for them. They need to be more clinical in front of goal and they need to take those chances. And if it was the case today, then these stands would be nowhere near as empty as they are at the moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the game, and let's start off with Cambridge first, actually, because I'll be amazed if any Cambridge fans have made it this far in the video after such a painful loss. It is really frustrating, I would imagine, to be a Cambridge fan. I can't say that I watch all of your games, unfortunately. I can't say I'm going to watch all of your games, but what I can say is that in the first half, really good, created a lot of chances and were very dominant in that regard. I think that Crawley held possession well in the first half, didn't really do a lot with it. Then that all changed in the second half, and that is a danger when you don't take your chances, especially when you're not sort of the dominant team who are controlling the ball. Is you're going to find it hard if the tides turn in the second half, which is exactly what we saw. But if you guys can play like that for the rest of the season, then it does give me a little bit more hope at you guys staying up, because you guys didn't play bad today, and I think it's a harsh result from a Cambridge fan perspective. Like I said, in the first half you were brilliant. In the second half you had a couple of decent chances, just didn't take them. Maybe that's the story of last season that's continued on to this season, but I think that there is hope, and I don't think that you guys are doomed. However, results wise, it's a poor start to the season, which brings us on nicely to Crawley, who have had the polar opposite, really. Loads of people were expecting, with a sort of exodus of players at the beginning and how they sold their entire first team, that they would be absolutely in the mud this season. Yet first 2 games, 6 points, one of which against Blackpool. You absolutely take that. And the thing is, they might have a completely new set of players, but the one thing that is still there is that ability to just grind out results, which is exactly what you need. And that, for me, is the Scott Lindsay effect. I think that he is so instrumental in your guys' success, which is why there's been so much love and support for him from the fan base. But with all being said, it wasn't a convincing result on the scoreboard. So let me know down below, ladies and gentlemen, in answer to the question of today's video, who do you think is going to get relegated? Is it going to be Crawley? Is it going to be Cambridge? Is it going to be either of them? We'll have to wait and see. I am backing Crawley to stay up, and I think after today, I still think that Cambridge have got a shot of staying up, but they just need to be that little bit more clinical in front of goal, grind out some results in the same way that Crawley have, and if you can do that, you are absolutely golden. But ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen, that does bring us to the end of today's video. I hope you have enjoyed as always, and hopefully whatever team you support, they've been on the right end of the result this weekend. It's been a great start for the Premier League. We are well into the EFL season now, and as a second-hand Crawley fan, all I can say is that I'm very happy that they've won. But hopefully Cambridge, you can buck your ideas up and manage to stay up this season, but we will have to wait and see. But ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys in the next one very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Take care as always. Peace and love.